They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And some room to work. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That good for 22 and a first down. On that last run, he's now hit the 6,000-yard mark for rushing yards in his career.
And moves him squarely into the top 100 rushers of all time. In fact, he can boast that he's rushed for over 1,000 yards more than Gale Sayers did in his career. And Gale Sayers was a Hall career.
They keep it with Fournette on first down. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. They go play action. Young. Oh, this is going to be caught along the sidelines. Probably shouldn't have been caught. He's going to lose yardage there. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. On 3rd down, Fournette. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, in a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got the lead guy running it pretty well, too.
And some good running out of the gates as he takes this up to the 33. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. Now here's Young. It's caught by Mike Evans. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 17-yard line. A new set of downs after a strong pickup of 16 yards. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Hey, ready?
Inside handoff now to Fournette. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
On 2nd and 7, Young. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Getting the sack, the 227-pound linebacker, Quan Alexander.
They'll talk about a rhythm breaker right there. They've been moving the ball well. Drive it started beautifully. That one's going to hurt.
Here we go.
This now play number 9 on the opening drive, but it's 3rd and long. Now Young. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. On 4th down, Ryan Succop now for the Buccaneer field goal. This will be, 38 yards out. Succop's kick is good, and the Bucs take a 3-0 lead. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They start on the ground with Elliott. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a...
And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd.
Well, that was an interesting little chess match there because the offense went empty set. No running backs in the backfield, so they're trying to get people out into a route pretty quickly. But guess what? The defense...
A throw for Galladay is going to be intercepted. And it's a pick six. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. CD, what a sensational start for this defense. Instead of just forcing the 3 and out, which they were about to do, they pick it off and take it in for the score.
Yeah, I mean, they didn't just settle for the standard good way to start a game. They started in dramatic fashion. Take it away, score points, and guess what? They'll be flying to go back out there on defense again after that play.
So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets them to 2nd and 4. The Cowboys at 1 and 5, really struggling here to start the year. They were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. And I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
On 2nd down, Elliott pushing forward for 3 up to the 48. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Open man, that's the tight end Freiermuth. And he will have a Cowboys first down as he's able to get about 3 that time on 3rd and inches.
When the offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because there should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
A first down carry by Elliott. And he's got room. 20. Touchdown, Cowboys! Ezekiel Elliott with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys have got it back to within a score. Extra point tacked on by Lambo. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. Pulls it in at the 13. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had a field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3 except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
On 2nd and 9, Young, and he will go down. A Cowboys sack. The defense defense rising to the challenge and setting it back on the sand.
We had a pretty good idea that they were going to pressure this young quarterback, and that's now 2 sacks here in the first quarter.
And yeah, this is a secret to exactly nobody, because if you're a rookie quarterback, you know you're going to see pressure. Defenses want to see how you're going to handle it, or if it forces you into making bad decisions. That's their goal.
They're looking for Godwin, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football.
So problems with errant passing continuing. Remember, he threw 2 picks in the loss last week, and now another here in this first quarter.
And sometimes, partner, this is the result of a quarterback who's simply trying to do too much. Feels like he's trying to make up for what he did last week, and he can't do it all on one throw.
Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out.
And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
6 yards left on second down. From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down. So add that tackle for a loss to the 2 that he had a week ago.
And you know what he's doing right now?
Smiling?
Yeah, definitely doing that. But he's also patting his guys on the back, his defensive front, because they're keeping him clean, meaning no one's getting to him as a blocker. He's able to run to the football, and the plays he's making, he's throwing them in the offensive backfield.
10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Elliott running right. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
On second down, Elliott once more.
And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
The tackle made at the 12-yard line. That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 10.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 3 yards all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. On is Josh Lambo for the field goal try. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And this is no good. Close, but he misses just left of the upright.
It's been a nightmare season. You're well under 500. Your defense hasn't really kept in a lot of games. And now it's spilling over to the kicking game. That's 3 points you've got to be able to bank on.
Room here to run. There he goes, right side. The 30. 10, 5, touchdown, Tampa Bay.
Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
1 play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air.
From deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out.
And deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And the Buccaneers have it.
So problems compounding themselves here on the return. They just give up the touchdown, and now they lose the football.
Yeah, partner, things are starting to unravel a little bit for them right in front of our eyes. They're going to be looking for some answers, and quickly.
Young looks to throw on first down.
Out route, and the ball is caught by Godwin.
And in for the Buccaneers touchdown.
Chris Godwin.
His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Buccaneers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point up and good by Succop. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
Cowboys 7.
The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they have to feel like they missed on an opportunity for points last time when they couldn't connect on that short field goal try. Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. And the Bucs are going to take possession of the football.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
Number 38. Right.
Following the interception, Young. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Partner, this is almost an unwinnable spot for a defense. They have to come right out for a 1st and goal trying to stop them. But let me hold on a second. Let me take that back real quick. They can win here if they force a field goal try. Still a long ways away from that happening, but that has to be what they're thinking right now.
On second down, here's Fournette. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal.
Partner, it's been my experience that after 2 stops like that near the goal line, defense has only become bolder. They don't back off at all. I think they continue to bring pressure and force them to make a really big play against them.
And the incompletion, then the run for no gain. Let's see now. Delivering a pass here to Evans on the out route. A 4-yard pickup, not enough. 4th down. Succop on now for the Buccaneer field goal. From the left hash, a chip shot here. Succop's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
Now this offense trying to change the script here a little bit, CD. Trailing on the scoreboard, and the last time out on the very first play of the drive, they threw that interception.
And you definitely saw his coaches, teammates come over to him on the sideline, tried to help him shake it off, because in this game, his team is down right now. So it's important to make sure you get some confidence back for both the quarterback and the entire offense. Otherwise, those mistakes could continue to pile up.
A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw. McCain. It's complete to Williams. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the 1st down at the 29. On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. White now to return. It's a 39-yard punt, 8 on the return, and the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Young's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. Now back to throw. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. Defensive end DeMarcus Lawrence applying the heat.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing? That's 3 sacks now, and this team came into the game in the bottom 5 in the league in sacks.
Yeah,
What's going on?
It's not been their bread and butter. I don't know. Is a blind squirrel finding a nut, or is this something they can build on?
Well, they found some momentum. They found a crack in that offensive line, and they're putting it to good use.
On the move past the 40. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. And even 40 yards.
I'm seeing a lot of guys shaking their heads on defense right now, particularly in the secondary. And when you see that going on, that is never a good sign. But it's understandable. They've been shredded so far.
Fournette, a first down carry. Uses the stiff arm. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 129 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. They'll run it again with Fournette. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Up the gut, Fournette. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Hey, check mega.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
Well, Brennan, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown, you're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the 2nd one.
And the ball smacked dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Here's a give to Fournette. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. Mike Evans with career touchdown number 94. He ties both Jerome Bettis and Priest Holmes on the all-time list. And the Bucs are able to add on to their first half lead. Extra point put through by Succop. And the rout is on here in this first half. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Looking to throw. McCain. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD.
Well, you start to feel sorry now for the young man throwing the football. This is really turning into a disaster.
Listen, it's baptism. All right, this is almost a rite of passage. This young in the league, go back and find a Hall of Fame quarterback and check their records for their first 2 years, especially if they started the bulk of the games. I'll bet you'll find double-digit interceptions on just about every one of them. They have to learn as they go along.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Cowboys make over a first down at their own 25-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Back to throw. McCain. That's complete to his tight end, Freiermuth. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 42. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Back to throw now on first down. That one complete to Elliott. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown.
Simi Fehoko.
As the first half is winding down.
And the Cowboys are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half.
And oh, it's blocked. Picked up by the offense. This is a live ball. But call it luck or skill, whatever the case is, they're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
On the double.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
And with a huge lead already, they may be thinking, hey, our job's complete for these first 2 quarters. Let's get this to the locker room.
A run there on first down and a pretty good one of 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5.
Brought down at the 30-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. It's the Cowboys who get the football first, and they trail here as well as we resume action in the third quarter.
And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
The CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's Devin White, the linebacker. Oh, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity.
Here we
The
go.
last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Hey, close to you.
Again, it's Fournette. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Ready,
In search of
ready.
4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Hey, pull for you.
A handoff to Fournette. And I don't think he got there. No. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Succop's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So that one is his 3rd of the game. Now, if you're wondering, that's only halfway to his career high, as he once had 6 field goals.
Brandon, but 6? Let's hope we don't get that again, please. Okay, can we see a few touchdowns here and there?
That'd be nice. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD. And if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here and maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual. Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
A give to Elliott running left. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And he'll lose yardage here. Going down back at the 28. A loss of 1, now a loss of 2, and they're staring at a 3rd and 13.
Well, Brandon, he's had a great day, but sometimes the other guys make a play against you. What's that expression they like to use in the NFL? Those guys get paid too, you know.
Yeah, in college they say, hey, they're on scholarship too. In the NFL, they're getting paid too. With the day he's had, you can have one go in the wrong direction. And that's Elliott, complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
There's a nice pickup right there. And after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
But that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Now they nearly sprung him that time as he takes us all the way down to the 37. 115 yards rushing now for Zeke, and he's got a first down.
Run straight ahead here with Pollard, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
This is what defensive coaches ask of their defenders every single ball game. Get a hand on every throw in coverage. They want the deflections. They want the knockaways. Pick it yourself if you can, but at least knock it down and guarantee it's incomplete.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
And that's off the right upright, and it bounces away, no good. And they will remain well behind.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
Here we go, close check.
Now Leonard Fournette, and he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards, 2nd down.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
Fournette. And he's got this pretty close to a 1st down at the Cowboys' 21. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown.
But that's got to be so disappointing for a defense. You force the fumble, think you got a chance at a turnover, and instead, not only do you give up the football, you also give up a touchdown as well.
Yeah, you just think to yourself, you've done all the hard work, right? You forced the fumble, but when they didn't come up with it, I think they relaxed a little bit or maybe lost their focus as well, and it ended up turning out to be a touchdown against them.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
In every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 2 straight runs of 5 yards, 1st and 10.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he's going to lose yardage here, as they will switch ends as time has run out on this 3rd quarter of play. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. 9 yards on the carry there, but it'll be 4th down now.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
And it is starting to appear, thankfully for them, that this is the week they're going to put it all together and end that long losing streak. They're not home yet, but in control in the 4th quarter. It was Osa Odighizuwa on the tackle. 2nd down, back to Fournette. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. Boy, 227 yards rushing for him now on the afternoon as he just continues to pummel this defense.
So a good run by Fournette. Now another 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. On 2nd down, they'll run with White. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
On 3rd down, a run from White. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. A rough go there on 3rd down, a loss of 4. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. This is fielded at the 7. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30.
Well, on that punt, we've got a man shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play. to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
The offense on third down, they've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 9. And now here is another interception. Charles, are you kidding me? 4 interceptions? I mean, that's a good season for a lot of defensive backs.
A lot of reason to get voted into the Pro Bowl when you have 4 in one game. I mean, talk about a campaign slogan, right? I got 4. Send me to the Pro Bowl, guys. What a game we've experienced watching this one.
To the 36-yard line, stop there.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now a give up the middle. This is White. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
They stay on the ground with White. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. It goes as a gain of 9, and it moves the chains.
Hey, no fury. Ready?
First down, here's White. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Okay, ready?
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss.
Ultra.
They run straight ahead here with White. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
On 3rd down, Fournette. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Here we go. Ready.
And on 4th down, they come up and take the knee. So we were looking at each other up here in the booth when they went for that saying, oh, wow, talk about trying to add insult to injury.
Some teams are just like that. You know, some philosophies, some coaches are like, look, when I got a chance to put some more points on the board, I don't care what the situation, I'm going to do it. And they're also the same coaches as a general rule that if someone does it to them, you won't hear a peep of protest out of them. That's just who they are.
And they take a knee.
Come on, ready?
And they will take a knee here.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down.
So fire the cannons. It's a victory here for Tampa Bay. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the 2nd quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room.